Colorado Parks and Wildlife moving forward with plans for wolf reintroductions in Colorado. Voters approved the idea last year. Mountain Newsroom reporter Jamie Leary live in Summit County. And Jamie, you caught up with CPW officers to find out just where we are in this process.
Yeah, right now, wolf reintroduction involves a lot of productive conversations among stakeholders. The deadline to reintroduce wolves is December of 2023, and until then, anybody who wants to weigh in on the conversation will have the opportunity to do so. One thing to note, as these conversations occur, gray wolves are already in Colorado.
It wasn't until this year when a male joined her that it started to seem like, okay, maybe they're looking at this as a place that they can truly make home.
The gray wolves known as M2101 and F1084 have made a den together in Jackson County.
So we don't have confirmation right now of reproduction. What we do have is sort of that behavior pattern, so we're watching that very carefully.
If they produce pups, it would be the first litter born in Colorado since the 40s, and the planned reintroduction will ensure they grow up with a genetically diverse and healthy population.
We do have a hard deadline. We will have wolves on the ground by the end of 2023, and some people think that that should move a lot faster.
But Proposition 114 requires that every perspective have the chance to weigh in, and that takes time.
Utilize as much expertise as possible.
To start, CPW has opened its education sessions to the public.
And our next education session is actually talking about depredation and sort of compensation for livestock loss and how we may see impacts on some of our ungulate populations as well.
It also hired the Keystone Policy Center to help guide public engagement.
We're going to be talking to Coloradans across the state, including and especially on the western slope. We want to help gather the input that can help CPW build a plan that works for wolves and also for all of Colorado.
Colorado's new wolf pair seem to be thriving, an indication that reintroduction of other gray wolves will be successful.
If the population does really well, we will need management tools, and so we'll talk about what that could look like in the future as part of this public engagement process, and certainly as we work with both our technical working groups and our stakeholder advisory groups.
And CPW's next educational session that you can participate in is June 16th, and the Keystone Policy Center is also working on an interactive website along with a schedule of open houses as it plans to engage the public across Colorado. Live in Summit County, Jamie Leary, CBS 4 Mountain Newsroom.